Hey, what is up guys, it's Thunderstruck115, and today we are going to be making another response video. Since my last one against Tim Hansen seemed to do really well. Well, at least really well compared to what I usually get. Like, usually I only get a couple dozen views per video. That one, however, got a couple hundred. And it was really popular and y'all seemed to like it. Or rather, y'all seemed to dislike it, judging from the like to dislike ratio. I mean, I guess I kinda deserved it. Most of that video was just his opinion. There was only like a few select portions of that were actually his hypocrisy and ignorance. The rest of the video was really well put together, even if I disagree with most of the points he made. But the person we're going to take a look at, well, his video is 1,000 times worse. And, well, I say video, it was actually technically a live stream. And the YouTuber in question that we're going to be talking about goes by the name Griffin Gaming. If any of y'all remember, like, way back in the day, this YouTuber by the name of Leafy is here, Griffin Gaming's basically the same thing. He responds to people's takes on the internet, usually about gaming-related topics, and he makes videos about them and responds to them on his live streams. Now, his videos are really well thought out, really well put together, and they're clear, concise, and to the point. And the takes he presents in them are usually pretty good ones, in my opinion. On his live streams, though, it gets a bit dicey. So the video he responded to was from another YouTuber who goes by the name The Act Man, who puts together reviews of games. They're really well put together. Even if I don't agree with him all the time, his views are really well thought out. He presents them in a way like, okay, maybe I don't agree with you, but I can at least understand what you're going for. Well, he recently reviewed Call of Duty Vanguard, and as you might expect, it was a negative take. Well, Griffin decided that he was going to respond to this video on livestream. Now, Griffin, he actually likes Call of Duty Vanguard, and I'm just going to say there's nothing wrong with that. You can play whatever you want. It's really up to you. It's your own personal opinion. The thing is, people might dislike something for a reason that they really care about, while the person that likes it might not be bothered by it. That doesn't make any of their views any less valid. But Griffin Gaming got butthurt that the Act Man was criticizing Call of Duty Vanguard, and so he responded to it in a way that was less than constructive. And by that, I mean he makes nothing points, he resorts to mockery, and very rarely does he make any actual points, but most of it is just bitching and moaning. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the shit.
The best way I would describe Vanguard is to call it apathy the video game.
Apathy is death. Worse than death.
A distinct lack of effort, creativity, and passion is all you will find in this recycled wasteland. Bare minimum amount of content, a game with no identity, the campaign designers phoned it in, the multiplayer team clearly didn't care, and
yeah, I'm not buying that for a second because the multiplayer for this game literally launched with more content than any other Call of Duty game in all of Call of Duty history, and on top of that, you had 3 different variations of every single game mode, every single map, with the different, like, assault, tactical, and blitz kind of pacings, which completely changed up the experience entirely, so yeah, I'm gonna have to agree to disagree on that one.
Okay, we're not off to a bad start. I mean, Vanguard had 20 maps at launch, 16 of them for the regular multiplayer and 4 for the Champion Hill mode. 7 modes, only one of them was new. But that's pretty much what I expect from a new COD game. Granted, I don't know how good the maps really are, because I only played a few matches at a friend's house. A few matches of multiplayer, a couple matches of zombies, and it was enough to convince me to not buy the game. But if we're looking at the sheer amount, then yeah, Vanguard has a lot. Is it the most we've ever gotten? I guess that is kind of debatable. But I'll give that to Griffin, but just you wait, guys. The retardation is about to start very soon.
and the zombies? What a joke. From the moment the game boots up.
Yeah, I don't know about zombies, and I don't touch zombies, so sure, I'll take his word for it.
Okay, just keep this in mind. He says he doesn't play zombies. I think later in the video he says he only played World at War, Black Ops 1, and then he stopped playing after seeing how bad transit was in Black Ops 2. Point is, he's not really a zombies player, so just keep this in mind for when he tries to defend zombies real soon.
Your nostrils are assaulted with the stench of unoriginality. The first thing you'll notice when a sequel fails to impress is that you immediately want to play an older title in the same series or
That was actually the complete opposite of what I wanted to do.
Something else entirely. With a good game, this is one of the last things a player will feel. After 2 matches of Vanguard multiplayer, I did the same thing I did after COD World War II came out. Went straight back to World at War, actually had a good time with the homies. So let's start with the worst part of Vanguard and work our way up. That's right, it's time to
COD World at War is like unfucking playable, bro. I highly doubt he went back to play COD World at War regularly. Zero fucking chance, bro. That game is like literally a hacker hellhole. And it was back in like 2011. So if you're playing World at War in what, 2017, I'm gonna have to press X to down on that shit.
Yeah, public lobbies have been a hacker's paradise in World at War for about a decade now, but have you ever maybe considered that Ackman, I don't know, played private matches where hackers weren't a problem, or played on the PC version, which has dedicated servers, which has anti-cheat built into them that hackers have not yet defeated? If you watch the Ackman's review for World at War, which came after his review of COD World War II, you'll hear him mention that he had to play in custom games because, yes, there's a bunch of hackers everywhere. But in custom games, that's not a problem.
discuss zombies.
God, forgive me.
Here's a sentence that has never come out of my mouth and never will again. I'd rather be playing Ghosts. I'd rather be playing Extinction.
Am I a Vanguard simp? No, I just like the game.
You say that, but you're about to start simping for Vanguard harder than you simped for that Discord moderator.
Look into my eyes. That wasn't a joke. If I ever compare a new Call of Duty to Ghosts, and Ghosts comes out on top in some way...
Ghost was actually pretty good. Once they added new maps to the game was actually really fucking fire. Or a Storm with the 5, he gets so much wrong in this review. Says Zombies only has 1 map and no ray gun when it has 2 and the ray guns are in there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know much about Zombies, but I already have a feeling that we're going to have some issues with the multiplayer portion, because somebody told me earlier, he said that the multiplayer portion of this game had 0 content, which is absolutely fucking laughable.
Yeah, there's 2 maps and the ray gun now, but it wasn't there at launch. They only patched that in like about 2 weeks ago, I think. But yeah, that was something that was added very recently, likely after he recorded his video, but before he finished editing and uploading it. So yeah, it might have 2 maps and the ray gun now, but it didn't when this shit launched. That's a fucking problem.
way, you done fucked it up. I'd take Exo Zombies COD World War II. I'd even hop on a match of Transit before I'd touch this abomination ever again. And it's not just me. The entire Zombies community has banded together on this. Never thought I'd die fighting side by side with a Black Ops 4 fanboy. What about side by side with a friend? I could do that.
I don't think in my whole 10 years, 11 years of witnessing Call of Duty Zombies games release, I haven't seen anything as negative as this ever.
COD Vanguard came out. Call of Duty Vanguard came out. I did not buy it. I am not interested. I am so mentally checked out of Call of Duty in the year 2021. I want to make it abundantly clear that I am done with new Call of Duty games coming.
Who the fuck is this and why do I care?
His name is Tim Hansen. It literally says it on screen, you illiterate retard. He's a YouTuber who mainly does Call of Duty Zombies stuff, and here, he doesn't care about Vanguard, which shows the Ackman's point that a lot of the Zombies community doesn't care about Vanguard Zombies, and he's not the only one he shows plenty of other prominent Zombies YouTubers. And by the way, it's not just the YouTubers. Go on Reddit, go on Twitter, go find the Zombies communities there. They'll tell you the same thing. Vanguard sucks Donkey Kong's donkey dong. At least the Zombies does.
That's the real question here.
I sit before you and tell you that Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies is arguably the worst Zombies experience I have ever played, and is an insult to the $60 I spent on the game. I wouldn't spend $10 on this game. I wouldn't play it if it was free.
I just didn't feel like the game was worthy, really, of my time. It wasn't captivating for me. It didn't hold my attention.
I finally drew a line in the sand. I'm finally standing my ground. I'm done buying your shitty.
I'm standing my ground. Bro, it's a fucking video game. Holy shit.
Not just a video game, but a product that a company expects people to pay $60 for. Or if you're on PS5 or Xbox Series X or S, $70 because Activision is so greedy that they're charging people $10 more to bump up a few graphics and performance sliders. Point being, if you don't like a product and you don't want to support it, what do? You don't buy the game, because if you buy the game, you tell them, hey, this product, I think it's shitty, but I'm going to buy it anyway. So Activision's like, you know what, we can cut costs. Instead of putting in the time to make the game good, we can just release a shitty game and people will buy it anyway. Because here's a newsflash for you. Customers to these companies are just a number on a fucking Excel spreadsheet. Which means if you want things to change, you gotta stop supporting their shitty products. Now, obviously, you think the product is good, so you spent your money on it because you thought it was worth it. Tim Hansen clearly doesn't, and a lot of these other YouTubers that the Actman is showing clearly don't. And guess what? I didn't buy the game either, because like I said, I played it at a friend's house, and it was so bad that it convinced me to not buy the game, which, by the way, first Call of Duty game since World at War that I haven't gotten.
Games, Activision.
I have waited so excitedly for this game. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
My first run lasted about an hour and 10 minutes, and I was bored halfway through it. On my first run, I was bored.
You know, honestly, I mean, in these videos, we usually cover content. We review content. We analyze the content.
It really goes to show you just how terrible it is when the most die-hard supporters and fans of this franchise are straight up saying,
Just don't buy the game yet. Just don't buy the game yet. If you're buying it for zombies, just don't do it. Please.
so where do I even begin? Well, would you believe this crap is somehow more bare bones than World at War? Yes, fact. It's not even a complete skeleton, it's just a single rib with no meat on it. It's the rib bone that falls off your plate.
I mean, half these creators are washed, so the way they stay relevant at this point is going from shill to hater, yet still make COD content. Yeah, I mean, you know, negativity sells, so you can't really knock the hustle, to be honest.
If you're talking about the Actman, that's actually really not the case. He usually just reviews a COD game and then just moves on to something else. Like, I know after he initially reviewed Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War, about a month or two after the fact, he, made a follow-up video addressing how the game's been patched and it was a lot better than it was when he initially reviewed it. Especially Cold War with those fucking hard crashes. But other than shit like that, he usually doesn't revisit COD games in his YouTube videos once he publishes his review.
Plate, and we're the dog that eats it. Just think about that. 2008, Call of Duty makes its first attempt at a horde survival type mode, and that first iteration has more going for it than the 11th. I mean, I guess that's what you'd expect from Sledgehammer, right? This is the Actman here. What's that? I'm getting intel. Wait, Treyarch made this? You're...
I actually don't believe that Treyarch made it. I think they just slapped the fucking logo on there to act like they did.
What the fuck? Have you ever listened to something that is so unbelievably retarded that your only reaction is to just sit there and attempt to process the pure retardation that you just heard? Well, that was me when I first saw this clip. Is he really trying to say that Activision told Sledgehammer to make this mode and then say that Treyarch made it, which, by the way, false advertising is a fucking crime, by the way. But at the same time, what does Activision really gain from this? If anything, they only hurt themselves because that means, well, Treyarch is no longer up to the task of making really good zombies games, which is only really going to hurt them when Treyarch makes zombies for whenever their next COD is, I think 2024. But for real, what proof do you have? Like, I cannot fucking wait to hear this one.
Kidding me? I'll have to talk to you later. Before I spread my cheeks and unload my bowels on Vanguard, I want to say I blame Activision for this, and their archaic methods of yearly releases, profit over everything, strict deadlines, and their complete unwillingness to delay features that aren't ready and give these studios the fucking time of day they need to make something good. With that being said...
Because 3 years isn't enough, right? I mean, shit. They have 3 years to make these games, man. It's not like they're telling them, all right, 4 months, crank it out, that's all you get.
No, that is exactly what happened for zombies. Remember, Treyarch made the zombies mode for Vanguard, not Sledgehammer. And keep in mind, this was right after they released Cold War, which already got shorted by a year of development time because initially Call of Duty 2020 was supposed to be Sledgehammer's game, but they couldn't get their shit together, so Activision said, alright, Treyarch, fix their mess. So they were already shorted by a year of development time, while also having to make post-launch content for Black Ops 4. Then they had to develop Cold War with 1 year less time than they otherwise would have. And then, a few months after Cold War releases, while they're still actively developing post-launch content for the game, Activision's like, hey, Treyarch, you need to go and make a zombies mode for Vanguard. Good luck. And just taking one look at the mode should tell you everything. This mode was fucking rushed as hell. There is no disguising it.
iSiler with the 8... Dude, I'm like fucking tripping. Alright, iSiler 18 with the 10. The community treats games like it's a political movement. Huge props to the GTA subscription. I'm enjoying the crying. If you build it, they will come. They will make so much money off that. Oh, 100%. Honestly, the GTA subscription seems like a pretty good deal if you play that game regularly, so I don't know. I don't get the fucking pissing and moaning bullshit. Like, if you don't like it, don't fucking buy it. Like, nobody's holding a gun to your head saying, buy the fucking GTA subscription or your entire fucking family is gonna be, like, literally dead in front of you on the floor.
And yet you start bitching and moaning when people take that exact same approach to COD Vanguard. People don't like the game, they're not buying it, and yet here you are getting pissed off about it. Sometimes these jokes just write themselves.
Like, oh, where is that occurring that people are, like, so outraged over it? I don't really get it.
Vanguard Zombies on paper is a checklist of everything good, everything you love about zombies. Except it's all crossed out. That's another piece of content removed from Republic control. Are you ready for this? Okay. There are no Easter eggs in Vanguard.
What?
No hidden
Oh my god.
songs you can trigger.
Oh my god.
There is not one single boss.
So? Bro, nobody complained in fucking World at War or Ascension like, oh my god, there's not a fucking boss.
Remember that clip I told you to remember from earlier? Well, here it is again.
Yeah, I don't know about zombies and I don't touch zombies, so sure, I'll take his word for it.
The reason why people weren't complaining about it back in World at War and Black Ops 1 is because that's not what zombies was at the time. It was new, and Treyarch was just beginning to flesh everything out. Vanguard, however, came after Black Ops 2 zombies, Black Ops 3 zombies, Black Ops 4 zombies, and Cold War zombies, which all had bosses. Well, maybe not Black Ops 2, depending on what we're counting as a boss here. Like, if we're talking about, like, the boss fight at the end of the main Easter egg quest, then yeah, that didn't show up till Black Ops 3, but every game since then has had them. If we're talking, like, special enemies, then yeah, we had them back in World at War. We had the Dog Rounds, and then Black Ops 1, we had the Pentagon Thief, the Monkeys on Ascension, George Romero, and then later we got shit like Brutus, the Panzer, Margwas, etc. My point being, Zombies has evolved a lot since Black Ops 1. Sure, not every innovation stuck around, but almost all the ones that did so for good reason. Buildables add a nice level of progression to the game. Bosses are fun to fight. Stuff like that. So when you regress on those mechanics that almost everybody liked, yeah, no shit that we're gonna feel disappointed and confused. It would be like if a game came out today that only ran at 480p 30 FPS and somebody tried to defend it saying, well, back on like the GameCube, a bunch of games ran at 480p 30 FPS and nobody complained. And yeah, nobody complained then, but that's because that's what the standard was at the time. But if a game came out today, yeah, it would get rightfully lambasted for it because that is so blurry and so choppy. As the general quality of something tends to increase, so do people's expectations. That's just common sense.
When the fuck did they add bosses to zombies? But like, I remember they added that like John Romero motherfucker in that one map. What was it, like Call of the Dead or whatever for Black Ops 1? But
Yes, my favorite boss in Call of Duty Zombies, John Romero. God, I love that motherfucker.
bosses and zombies. That shows you how long it's been since I've fucking played zombies. Black Ops 1 was the last game I actually played it in. Black Ops 2, like, they had transit, and I was like, bro, that shit's so bad, and I haven't touched zombies since.
So by your own admission, you haven't played zombies in, what, about a decade? I mean, it's 2022, Black Ops 2 came out in 2012, so yeah, about a decade. Maybe, before you start mocking people for asking for certain things in zombies and complaining when they're not there, maybe you should take just a couple minutes to get up to speed with what's been added to zombies in the decade or so that you've been gone. Because many game franchises change an awful lot in a decade. Compare Halo CE to Halo Reach. Compare Far Cry 2 to Far Cry 5. Compare Super Metroid to Metroid Prime. 10 years is a lot of time. So since you haven't really been playing zombies for the past decade, and you haven't been keeping up with its evolving expectations, do you really have room to make fun of people who are bringing valid criticisms against this game? I'm not saying you need to sink hundreds of hours into the mode. Maybe just play a few matches of zombies in the games that you haven't played yet. Like, if you have a copy of Cold War, Black Ops 4, or Black Ops 3, maybe try playing a match or two of zombies in those games. Just get a general idea of how the mode has changed. Like, I can see why you might have left after Transit, because Transit is single-handedly the worst map in Call of Duty Zombies, besides maybe Dire Eyes. But the rest of Black Ops 2 Zombies was a great game. Black Ops 3 Zombies is a great game. Black Ops 4 Zombies is kind of controversial, but I think it's a better game than a lot of people give it credit for. Cold War Zombies is generally well received. Maybe just play a few matches to get a feel on why people might like Cold War, Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 2, and why they don't like Vanguard. Because believe me, the difference is night and day.
Only 3 enemy types.
You ready for another one?
1 map. 1. And it's stick.
Yeah, somebody who said there's 2.
Once again, not at launch. That got patched in very recently. He likely recorded the video before the patch released, because it only occurred like, I think it was like a week or so before he uploaded the video.
Together with parts of the multiplayer and Shinonuma from World at War. They couldn't even create their own original map. Vanguard Zombies does not even have a freaking wonder weapon.
What?
They added bosses in Black Ops 3? Yeah, then no wonder I don't fucking know about it.
How can you do this? This is outrageous. It's unfair.
The original Nacht der Untoten had the ray gun, and pretty much every Zombies map has had the ray gun since, except this one.
Yeah, which somebody just said it does have the ray gun, so yeah.
See my previous response.
But wait, there's more! If you order Vanguard right now, we'll also take out round-based maps in progression. There's no rounds, just 4 different objectives put on repeat until you get bored and shoot yourself. Not a single new perk has been added. Did I also mention there's only 5 and you can get them for free? What the fuck is this? Remember how you get a special cool camo for pack-a-punching a weapon in every other game? That's gone, scrapped, dead. Well, we'll patch it in later. You ready for this one? There are no wall buys. Every gun you get is from the mystery box or picked up at complete random?
Why?
no claymore.
I don't really care about that, to be honest. That actually sounds better.
Thank you for your input. Most people actually do care about that, Griffin. You're in like a very small minority. Also, here's something I don't get. You said earlier that you don't care about zombies, so why are you damage controlling this hard for a mode that you say you don't even care about?
There's Bowie knife, grenades, can't buy shit off the walls when you're in a pinch. The specialist abilities are pathetic. What's that? There's also no doors to open? No map progression whatsoever? Or strategic pathways to open? You mean there's nothing to actually learn about the map? No sense of economy or point rationing? But wait.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like some fucking shoehorned in zombies mode in a non-Treyarch game. I don't know, like, nobody was really, like, going, oh my god, bro, the zombies in Advanced Warfare fucking... Like, yeah, nobody expected them to be good, because it's not, like, a Treyarch game, but I don't know.
Number one, yes, there were people complaining that Exo Zombies wasn't good. In fact, it's generally considered to be the weakest zombies entry in Call of Duty, unless you want to start counting funky shit like Black Ops DS. Number two, Treyarch did make Vanguard zombies. Unless you seriously believe that tinfoil hat shit that you pulled out of your ass where you think Treyarch didn't make it, but they want everybody to believe they did.
It somehow gets worse. There is nothing to interact with. Not a single thing on the map you can interact with to set it apart.
I don't know, man. I'm just not a zombies player, so I really don't give a fuck about zombies at all. Like, bro, like every other Call of Duty game could come out and never have like a zombies mode. I would not give a shit. Just being honest.
Then why are you even responding to this? If you don't care about zombies, then just skip the zombies portion of his review and go straight to the campaign and multiplayer section, since apparently that's all you care about. Like, you say you don't even play zombies, you haven't played it in about a decade. You don't really know anything about the zombies games that have released since then. So honestly, you're just really spouting your ignorance here. If you don't care about zombies, that's fine. Then just stop trying to so fervently defend Vanguard zombies because, again, you obviously don't know what you're talking about. Get to the multiplayer and campaign section, which you do know about and would be in a much better position to try and refute it. Although, honestly, the multiplayer and campaign responses are just as bad, if not worse, than his response to the zombies section.
No traps or springboards, flying elevators, low gravity environment.
Yeah, they say Treyarch made it, but I have a feeling they just like slapped the logo on for like marketing. That would be more of my personal take on that.
Once again, I have no idea where you're getting this bullshit claim that Treyarch didn't make this mode. Like, please tell me, what reason do you have to believe that Treyarch didn't make it? I'm genuinely curious.
I don't think Treyarch actually made this. So Harley Quinn with the 5, personally, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops Cold War are my favorite zombies. It's all good, man. Black Ops 1's my personal favorite, for sure. And Zero with the 2, how dare you not hate Activision? I know, man. I'm a fucking shill. What can I say? How dare I have an opinion different than r/gaming?
It's not that you have a different opinion from the general gaming community. It's the fact that you can't seem to present any sort of actual point. At least not in regards to zombies. You did have a good point with the content argument for multiplayer, I will give you that. But so far, I don't think you have made a single genuine point regarding zombies in this entire video. And yet, you're insulting the people that actually are criticizing zombies and making genuine points as to why they don't like the game.
Hidden areas. Don't gotta worry about turning the power on because there is none. No walls to board up. No building shields, collecting items.
Did anyone actually ever board up windows? Because I'm never fucking once did that shit.
There is nothing to do.
You think this is funny?
In a cosmic sort of way, yes.
Well, Mr. Funny Man, is this how you get your sick kicks?
What? It's just an ordinary crabby... Oh my goodness!
Modern gaming has gotten so far out of control that Treyarch has to patch in wonder weapons, pack-a-punch camos, and a fucking pause feature into a zombies mode.
You could pause zombies?
Yes, you've literally been able to pause a game of zombies ever since fucking World at War, you absolute mouth-breathing retard. You know, I'd call you a knuckle-dragging Neanderthal, but that would be an insult to all the knuckle-dragging Neanderthals in the world, because I'm sure they're smarter than you. This isn't just ignorance from not having played the game in a decade. This is just literally fucking wrong, because even World at War and Black Ops 1 let you pause the game. And for that matter, every single COD Zombies game in the future has that feature, because it's almost like it's a feature that has been standard in every non-online multiplayer game since the fucking 1980s. Well, unless you're either playing Dark Souls or Minecraft Dungeons, which apparently missed the memo, but that's a conversation for another time. You know what? Here, I'm gonna prove it to you that you can pause in every COD Zombies entry. Well, at least the Treyarch ones, because I don't have the non-Treyarch ones installed right now. Here it is in World at War. Here it is in Black Ops 1. Here it is in Black Ops 2. Here it is in Black Ops 3. Here it is in Black Ops 4. And here it is in Black Ops Cold War.
Wait, hold... Bro, I'm pretty sure you could never pause zombies. Didn't you have to leave the fucking crawler? So if one of the homies had to go take a shit real quick, you had to, like, walk around the map with a little fucking crawler chasing you? When the fuck could you pause zombies, bro?
Well, no shit. If you're playing online co-op, then you're obviously not going to be able to pause. Pausing is when you're playing solo or playing local multiplayer by split screen. But online, yeah. Very few online games actually have the ability to pause. I thought this was common knowledge, but evidently it's not. But hell, even on that note, Black Ops 4 added the ability to pause an online co-op game of zombies except during public matches, because then obviously trolls would abuse that. But if you're playing in a private match with friends online, you can actually pause in Black Ops 4, and they also added this feature to Cold War. So there you fucking go.
Dude, don't you love live service games? Fuck, dude, it's pathetic. This is laughable. You can actually get kicked from a solo match for being inactive. And you can't pause the game? Are you kidding me? How did...
When the fuck could you pause zombies, bro? What the fuck? Yo. In sync? Bro, who the fuck is playing solo zombies? That sounds so fucking sad.
A lot of people, actually. The fuck kind of question is that? A good portion of the people who play zombies play solo. Because some people just don't want to have to deal with fucking trash teammates who go down all the time, or who hoard points and never open the fucking doors. Or even worse, people who down themselves in front of the pack-a-punch machine while your gun's in there and then you lose your fucking weapon. Or people who don't want to deal with lag because they have shitty internet, or whoever the game designated as the host is using fucking McDonald's Wi-Fi and everyone else has to suffer for it.
They fucked this up so bad! On their website it says Vanguard Zombies offers deep replayability.
My ass!
The biggest problem with zombies: there's nothing to do. It's painfully boring. There's no reason to replay it, no reason to grind. Hell, they didn't even...
Dude, playing zombies solo is like one of the most depressing things I could ever fucking think of, to be honest. That shit sounds miserable.
If you think solo zombies is depressing because of a lack of gameplay depth, because the last time you really played zombies was Black Ops 1, well, Black Ops 1 and World at War is really simplistic compared to what zombies is now. Well, not Vanguard, obviously. But there's a lot more to do in more modern zombies games. There's a lot more strategy involved, more things to do, more interesting enemies to fight. Maybe if you play the same map on repeat in solo, maybe, yeah, it can get boring and depressing, but there's so much variety to choose from.
Martha has been with the Vive. Unless Zombies comes with a guaranteed blowjob from Olivia Munn, I couldn't give two shits about zombies in a COD game. Yeah, I've never been a big Zombies fan. Like, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3's Spec Ops is 100% much better third mode content. Hands down.
Personally, I prefer Zombies, because I don't think Spec Ops has as much replay value as Zombies, but hey, we can agree to disagree.
Come up with unique weapon skin unlocks for playing zombies. They literally just reskinned the ones from multiplayer. I mean, how fucking lazy can you get?
Apathy is death.
Rather than starting a match with zombies pouring through and a scaling difficulty, you instead choose a portal to go through. Wait for your team to approve it, wait for the teleporting animation to finish, get to the next area, wait for zombies to spawn, kill them while completing one of 4 basic objectives, wait to get sent back to the hub area, buy your shit, pick another portal, wait for your team to approve it. God damn it! Just vote for this one. Fuck, now we have to wait longer. Am I playing Elevator Simulator? Waiting for something to do is half of the game.
Yeah, Griffin plays multiplayer by himself? Well, yeah, multiplayer is non-stop action. Zombies, there's a ton of downtime. Like when you're running across the map and shit, like pack-a-punching, buying perks. You know, there's a lot of downtime in Zombies compared to multiplayer.
Does Zombies have downtime? Yes. Does it have a lot of downtime? No, not really. The only real downtime you have is like the 10 seconds between the end of one round and the start of the next. Every other moment, you got zombies on your ass. The only other time you really got downtime is if you're holding the last zombie because you need to do things like grab perks, pack-a-punch, do an Easter egg quest, etc. But A, if you're holding the last zombie to do that shit, then, well, you're doing it because you're doing stuff. And B, if you hold the last zombie, that's kind of your own fault. Otherwise, in the middle of the rounds, you got zombies nipping at your ass. As for multiplayer, the reason why there isn't nearly as much downtime in multiplayer is because the match only lasts like 10 minutes. Where you get your downtime in multiplayer, however, is the time spent in the lobbies between matches. You get 10 minutes of pure, uncut, cocaine, happy COD fun. Then the match ends, and then you got like a minute or two in the menus, you know, grab a drink, take a piss, change your classes, look at your unlocks, your stats, etc. Matches of zombies, however, last much longer. How much longer, obviously, depends on your skill and how high of a round you can get to. But I'd say for the average player, a single match of zombies lasts somewhere between half an hour and 1 hour, maybe longer if you're better at the game. So because the matches last much longer, it makes sense to have a bit more downtime sprinkled in, with that nice 10 seconds between rounds to reload and shit. If you want to talk about downtime, try playing Outbreak and Cold War, because a lot of that is just spent running to objectives, just so you can get to the actual fun part.
And like part of the fun of zombies is like just hanging out with your friends and like shooting the shit during those downtimes. Or like strategizing of like, alright, leave a fucking crawler so I can go get my fucking perks, or I need to go pack a punch, or I need to go hit the box, shit like that. I don't know. Like that was always the fun of zombies, especially in the earlier games, which Black Ops 2 kind of ruined. But for World at War and Black Ops 1, which were the only two like games I actually played zombies on, that was like part of the fun, is like the communication in between rounds and everything.
No, it's not that Black Ops 2 ruined zombies, it's that Transit is just a really bad map. And the underlying reason why Transit sucks is because there's way too much downtime because of how unnecessarily big the map is. Because everything's spread so thin, you're just spending a lot of time either waiting for the bus or just saying screw it, running through the fog while you're getting your eyes clawed out by the denizens and being set on fire every few feet. But if you like shooting the shit with your friends during downtime, you should love Transit because it's got plenty of that. But even with Transit being bad, you know, there's the map Town, which is perfect for what you're describing, just having a simple casual game of zombies, you know, relaxing, maybe chilling with some friends. Because that's mainly what I did when Black Ops 2 launched, because again, Transit sucked. And so did Dire Eyes. But then Mob of the Dead took the game and made the game do a complete 180. Thank fucking God.
There's not downtime in zombies? Yeah, bullshit, dude. That's cap.
I feel like half the time I'm trying to find the zombies instead of them finding me. Does that make sense?
You know, in a good zombies mode, the player is encouraged to seek out supplies, you know what I mean? Like, these pauses in the Horde's attacks give you opportunities to repair walls, call an elevator, activate Pack-a-Punch, run to the other side of the map to grab a perk or weapon you need, hunt down the mystery box, set up a trap, look for shield parts, activate Easter eggs, pick up some gobblegums. Especially in newer games, you're like always running around doing something. Treyarch, man, you guys were doing alright. With Cold War.
You blew it! You had it all and you blew it!
Again, I don't think Treyarch actually made the zombies mode. I think they just slapped their fucking logo on it and called it a day for marketing purposes. Let's see. Zero but the zombies felt like World War II zombies in my opinion. Crap. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I just don't really buy the fact that Treyarch actually made this game mode. I think it's just marketing.
There's no sense of urgency, no impending doom when the next round starts. There's a literal safe area where zombies don't attack you unless you shoot them. What? It removes all intensity and drama. It's like, dude, you could be standing 5 feet away from them and they don't even notice you. Boy, I'm really on the edge of my seat right now. Difficulty.
Oh, you guys were in the actual development studio where you saw Treyarch's entire zombies team come over to Sledgehammer and make the game mode? Okay. Yeah. Sorry, man. Forgive me. I'll concede to your expert opinion.
I love how the chat is just getting fed up with Griffin's bullshit and is just turning on him, calling him out on his bullshit. But do you hear how stupid this argument is? According to Griffin, there's no way to know if Treyarch made it because nobody was watching them in the studio make the mode. Okay, well, you claim it was Sledgehammer, not Treyarch. Well, were you in the development studio and saw Sledgehammer make the zombies? No? Well, by your logic, your theory has absolutely no weight either. And by your logic, we had no way to confirm if any game development studios actually developed any games they claim to work on. By that logic, Vanguard Zombies could have been developed by fucking Nintendo because nobody saw anybody making it in the development studio. Like, do you hear how stupid you sound?
Is non-existent. The mode basically plays itself with 2 or more people.
Yo, you actually died in Vanguard Zombies? How do you die in this? It's so easy.
There are no bosses, no interesting challenges, special waves, and most of the time you don't even have to sprint or train zombies. You can just stand there. Look at how fucking fast you go with max stamina. Why is this necessary? No thought equals no strategy equals no fun. The only slice of challenge offered is perhaps the stupidest enemy type ever implemented in zombies.
You can see the same assets in Cold War and Vanguard. Yeah, same with Modern Warfare. They use the exact same fucking game engine. Yeah, Call of Duty tends to use the same assets over and fucking over again. Have you noticed that World at War was like literally a fucking reskin of COD 4? Have we noticed that Black Ops 1 was like literally a fucking reskin of Modern Warfare 2? Have we noticed that Black Ops 2 literally looked the exact fucking same as Modern Warfare 3? It's not really a new thing for Call of Duty to reuse assets and, you know, kind of take from what the previous games did. Not exactly a new concept.
Giant guy with a machine gun? Excuse me? Why is this a thing? These guys turn the corner and shred your armor in an instant. It's not fun. The oversights in design are so basic, I'm surprised Treyarch even managed to include a scoreboard.
How do I know they didn't? Because it seems so different compared to every other Treyarch Zombies game from their mainline series. So, like, compared to every single Black Ops Zombies, this game mode that's in Vanguard looks entirely different. So, if judging from what Treyarch does in their own games for zombies, wouldn't it be more similar to that versus something completely fucking random? That's kind of the point I'm trying to make. Is it just seems completely different from what a typical like Treyarch Zombies game mode was looked like. So that's why I'm just kind of like going with the fact that they probably just slapped the fucking Treyarch logo on the box and said, "Ooh, Zombies by Treyarch," because that way, you know, they can sell it. Maybe they had like 2 people come over and say, "Oh yeah, just do this." But yeah, I don't know.
That's your big piece of evidence that makes you think that Sledgehammer made Vanguard Zombies and not Treyarch? Come on, Griffin, I was expecting better of you. Yes, they are very different. You want to know why? because Treyarch only had 4 months to cobble something together for Vanguard Zombies, whereas in all of their games, they had at least 2 years to make something quality and really good. Besides maybe World at War, because that was just meant to be as a little side mode that you get as a reward for beating the campaign, but I mean, Nocturne and Toten is so bare bones that, yeah, I could buy that being put together in a couple months, but something like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, 3, 4, even Cold War, they had a lot more time to make the zombies for those modes than they did for Vanguard. That's why Vanguard is so different and why it's so bare bones, and why there's so many missing features at launch that they had to patch it in 4 months later.
It just seems so out of line from all of Treyarch's other Zombies games that, I don't know, I just don't really buy that they actually developed it.
Why is Pack-a-Punch available at the start? How come this game doesn't track any stats whatsoever for this mode? Given that Treyarch had to step in last year to develop Cold War when Sledgehammer dropped the ball, I imagine Activision had a chainsaw held at Treyarch's nutsack, and this is the result. To make gameplay even more boring, it takes fucking forever to amass any amount of meaningful points. 20 points per kill, 30 per headshot, but they kept the same prices for the mystery box at $9.50? Why does Pack-a-Punch cost $7,500? Oh, I know why.
Dude, you can look at the fucking credits of the Lord of the Rings movies and they list the entire fucking fan club. Doesn't mean they made the movies.
Because in the Lord of the Rings credits, the fan club is listed as the fucking fan club, not the people who made the movie. In Vanguard's credits, Treyarch is credited as people who made the zombies.
Because the game wants to force players into completing objectives. Treyarch wants you to play an extremely specific way and no other way. Like, there's no reason to try and save up points for Pack-a-Punch because the mystery box can give you a triple-packed weapon for free.
Bro, how much fucking time of this video was spent on zombies? Holy shit. Oh my god.
In his roughly 42-minute long review, he spends about 14 minutes or about a third of the video on zombies, which makes sense since zombies is a third of the game, or at least it should be. It clearly doesn't seem like it here. And yeah, he spends more time talking about zombies than he does with the campaign or multiplayer, but that's likely because zombies has the most wrong with it out of the 3 big modes in Vanguard. At least, God, I hope it is, because if it ain't, well... Not to mention, COD's multiplayer is very similar. Like, if you play one, then you have a pretty good idea of what the rest of them are like, so he probably only talks about specific issues that plague Vanguard rather than COD's multiplayer as a whole. So that has probably something to do with it. While Vanguard Zombies is way fucking different than Zombies of the past.
Dude, how long... Alright. So 6 minutes of this video is actually about the fucking multiplayer, which is the main focus of this game. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck?
What? What?
Like, bro, this dude is acting like zombies is the only reason to buy a Call of Duty game. Oh my god.
Hold up. Why do some enemies drop triple-packed weapons for no fucking reason? Let's talk about the only map that's available, Fang, a Frankenstein monster stitched together from previous assets found in a 13-year-old...
Yeah, maybe we will just skip the fucking zombies part. I really don't give a shit.
From the amount of times that you say you don't care about zombies, honestly, you should have just done that from the beginning. It's obvious you don't really know shit about zombies, you don't really care about it, so why bother? Just skip to the multiplayer, save us all the headache. You know what? Fuck this. I am done suffering through this man's retardation. I'm sorry, but if you absorb too much retardation at once from this video, I'm sorry, you can start feeling your brain cells offing themselves. So anyways, that's going to be about it for this video. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more, and tell me what you think of this clown. I'm not sure if I'll do another video where I respond to the rest of his response. Maybe if y'all really want me to, but otherwise I don't think I will. But yeah, anyways, that's it. Peace!